Section 16. Cultivation or culture of plants classified as dangerous drugs or are sources thereof. The penalty of the life imprisonment to death and a fine ranging from 500,000 pesos to 10 million pesos shall be imposed upon any person who shall plant, cultivate or culture marijuana, opium poppy, or any other plants regardless of quantity, which is or may hereafter be classified as a dangerous drug or as a source from which any dangerous drug may be manufactured or derived, provided that in the case of medical laboratories and medical research centers which cultivate or culture marijuana, opium poppy, and other plants or materials of such dangerous drug for medical experiments and research purposes or for the creation of new types of medicine. The board shall prescribe the necessary implementing guidelines for the proper cultivation, culture, handling, experimentation, and disposal of such plants of materials. The lands or portion thereof and or greenhouses in which any of said plants is cultivated or cultured shall be confiscated as is cheated in favor of the states, unless the owner thereof can prove lack of knowledge of such cultivation of culture despite the exercise or of due diligence on her or his or her part. In the land involved in part of the public domain, the maximum penalty provided for under this section shall be imposed upon the offender. Maximum penalty provided for the under this section shall be imposed upon any person who organizes, manages or acts of a financier of any of the illegal activities prescribed in this section. The penalty, we have here the penalty. Penalty of 12 years and 1 day to 20 years of imprisonment, and fine ranging from 100,000 pesos to 5,000 pesos. 500,000 pesos shall be imposed upon a person who acts as a protector, coodler, or any violation of the provision under this section.
Next is the Section 26 under the Republic Act 9165, the attempt or conspiracy. Any attempt or conspiracy, when we say conspiracy, it refers to the unsecret plan to do something that are harmful or dangerous. To commit the following unlawful acts shall be penalized by the same penalty, the life imprisonment prescribed for any or for the commission of the same as provided under this act. So ano nga bang mga attempt or other conspiracy na ginagawa ng mga tao at saka para makasuhan ng life imprisonment? So first is the importation of any dangerous drug or controlled precursor and essential chemical. So pag-import, pag-aangkat ng mga iba't ibang klase ng droga. So next is the sale, trading, administration, dispensation, delivery, distribution, and transportation of any dangerous drug or controlled precursor and essential chemical. So pag-deliver ng mga variety of drugs which is prohibited on this country, pag-deliver ng mga iba't ibang klase ng droga. Next is the maintenance of din, dive, or resort where any dangerous drug is used in any form. So paggamit ng iba't ibang klase ng droga, sabi ko nga, which is prohibited in this country. So next is manufacture of any dangerous drug in controlled precursor and essential chemical. So pagsasagawa ng mga iba't ibang klase ng droga sa mga factories, ganun. Last is cultivation or culture of plants which are sources of dangerous drugs. So like the marijuana na tinatanim ng mga ng mga users, so prohibited din yun, prohibited. So the section 29 under Republic Act 9165, which is the criminal liability for planting of evidence, states that any person who is found guilty of planting any dangerous drug or controlled precursor and essential chemical, regardless of quantity and purity, shall suffer the penalty of death. So, kahit sinong tao na nahuhuli na nagtatanim ng variety of drugs or dangerous drugs, kahit marami or kaunti, still, as long as na found guilty na nagtatanim ka, will be suffer of death penalty. So that's all.
Okay, the next that we are going to discuss is all about the Republic Act number 9287, also known as an act increasing the penalties for illegal numbers games, amending certain provision of Presidential Decree number 1602 and for other purposes. Section 1. Declaration of Policy. It is the policy of the state to promote a just and dynamic social order that will ensure the prosperity and independence of the nation and free the people from poverty through policies that provide adequate social services, promote full employment, a rising standards of living, and an improved quality of life for all. It is likewise the policies of the state that the promotion of social justice shall include the commitment to create economic opportunities based on freedom of initiative and self-reliance. Kaya nowadays kasi ma'am, we cannot deny the fact na damo na i-involve ni nga mga illegal games or illegal gambling. Damo ng tao nga na-involve ni. Therefore, once nga ma-involve nga nila or let's just say ma-addict na hira, kumbaga napapabayaan na nila an era work, even an era lifestyle or an era ko an responsibility, especially kung may dahira pamilya. Kaya ibaha era ma'am is nagfo-focus na la or an era selling pa an era salary kumbaga di na nakukuha nawawaldas. Therefore, bagan kuan talaga kumbaga delikado talaga ini kun diri ini makukuha masusolusyonan. Therefore, amoy ni nga ginhimuan Section 1 under RA 9287 because the main purpose of this is to eradicate or minimize poverty by declaration of policy against illegal games or gambling. That's it. Next is Section 2 under RA 9287, definition of terms. As used in this act, the following terms shall mean. Kumbaga, din naka-indicate ang mga tao or person involved in illegal games or gambling, and also ang mga other types of games nga ginuuyag hini nga mga illegal games such as illegal number game, weteng, masyaw, last two, better or when you say mananaya or tayador, personnel or staff of illegal number game operation, kumbaga ang nag-a-assist ang mga personnel ito ada sa kubito nga illegal activity, collector or agent ang nagkukulikhan mga kwarta or ito nga nagkukulikhan mga taya, coordinator, controller or supervisor ang nagko-control and nagsusupervise ito nga illegal activities, maintainer, manager or operator, financer or capitalist ang nagfi-finance or nagpopondo ito nga illegal game. The last one is the protector or cuddler. Kumbaga ang mga tao ini nga ginbabaydan in order to protect ini nga illegal game para maging successful. That's it.
So we're done discussing the section 1 and 2 under Republic Act 9287, and so let's now proceed to section 3, which is the punishable acts, that states that any person who participates in any illegal numbers game shall suffer the following penalties. So any person who are caught participating in illegal numbers will be suffer from this following penalties. So your penalties will vary to the role that you are when the police officers caught you participating the illegal games. For example, if you are a beater or parag paragtaya kala. So when you are caught by the police officers, then your penalty of imprisonment will be from 30 days to 9 days. Then next is if you are operator or the personnel or the staff. So if you are personnel or staff or the illegal numbers game operator, your penalty of imprisonment will be 6 years and 1 day to 8 years. And then if you are the agent or the collector of money inside the area of illegal gambling, then if you are caught, then your penalty imprisonment will be 8 years and 1 day to 10 years. So now, if your supervisor or the coordinator or the controller of the staff of the illegal games or illegal gambling, then your penalty will be from 10 years and 1 day to 12 years. Then, so if you are manager or the maintainer of this illegal activities, your penalty will be 12 years and 1 day to 10 years, 12 years and 1 day to 10 to 14 years. So that's it. While if you are the financer or the capitalist of this illegal gambling, then your penalty will be 14 years and 1 day to 16 years. So the last one is if you are the protector of this illegal gambling. So your penalty imprisonment will be from 16 years and 1 day to 20 years.